All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is 6:30 and our panelists are here. I'm seeing that there are 150 plus people in the watching tonight, so we appreciate you logging on. Tonight's presentation is on College Credit Plus, an Ohio dual enrollment program. My name is Claire Ramsey, and I serve as a career pathways specialist in the Center for Achievement at the Educational Service Center of Central Ohio. Before we begin, please note 3 things. First, this webinar is being recorded. If someone couldn't join today, or if we reach our 500 attendee limit, the recording will be shared by someone, by your district leader. A second CCP Family Informational Night webinar covering the same content will be held on January 12th at 6:30 p.m. A flyer with details will be sent to your district after tonight's session. All right. So tonight we have presenters from several Central Ohio colleges and universities, as well as several local school districts. We will be describing the CCP program, its benefits and risks, and how your child can get involved. This presentation should be the start of a family conversation to help you decide if CCP is the right program for your child. If this is the right, if this is the right time to get started, and what option is the right fit. Throughout the presentation, if you have any questions, please enter them in the Q&A section at the bottom of your screen, and we will answer them throughout the presentation. Additionally, after the presentation, we will have live question and answers for the overall program or for specific colleges and universities. We will now start our presentation with our representative from Columbus State Community College.
Thank you, Claire. Hello, everyone. I am Andrea Bennett, and I am a CCP Regional Coordinator from Columbus State Community College, and I'm happy to be here with you all tonight to talk about College Credit Plus. So what is College Credit Plus? College Credit Plus is the state of Ohio's dual enrollment program. Students are enrolled in college classes and receive both high school and college credit for these classes. That means that the student can be earning credit for both high school graduation and to meet college degree requirements. CCP is free for families to participate. The costs of the program are covered by the local school district for public school students or by the state of Ohio for students who attend a non-public school or are homeschooled. It's important to note, though, that there are qualifications that students must meet to receive this funding. CCP covers most of the costs of participation for families. The school district will pay for the tuition and books for students. Colleges will waive all fees such as application fees, lab fees, etc. But there are a few fees that families may still be expected to cover. If a student enrolls in more classes than the state will cover, and we'll explain that in a few minutes, the family will be responsible to cover the full costs for that course. CCP does not cover the cost of transportation and parking for students who take classes on a college campus. And there may be additional optional fees for things such as a recreation center or other activities that a student might opt into. The state has set several requirements for students who want to participate in the CCP program. To be eligible, a student must be an Ohio resident in grades 7th through 12th and meet the statewide college readiness guidelines. We will discuss the guidelines later in the presentation. Now I'm going to turn the presentation over to my colleague from Ashland University.
Thanks, Andrea. Hello, my name is Carla Kuhn, and I'm the Director of College Credit Plus at Ashland University. Let's talk and focus about CCP students. We recommend that you have a family discussion to decide if CCP is right for you and your family. CCP is a great program for the right student, and we hope this presentation will help you decide if it's the right program, the right time, and the right college for you. Students who do best in CCP are students who are looking for challenges and who are academically ready to be successful in a college class. Beyond academics, students will also need to possess the social and emotional skills needed for college success. We do need to stress that students who enroll in College Credit Plus courses are taking actual college courses. These courses may contain topics or themes that are considered adult in nature. We do not ask our faculty and instructors to adjust the material for younger students, and it is hard to know which classes may have this content. An English class may ask students to read books that contain controversial subjects. A language class may discuss cultural issues that are adult, or a psychology class may talk about abnormal behavior. The books and other required materials may include adult content. Students may be participating in discussions either online or in person that touch on mature themes. The state also requires us to provide this legal disclaimer. The subject matter of a course enrolled in under the College Credit Plus program may include mature subject matter or materials, including those of a graphic, explicit, violent, or sexual nature, that will not be modified based upon College Credit Plus enrollee participation, regardless of where the instruction occurs. You will be required to submit a permission slip signed by student and parent acknowledging that you accept this information before you can be admitted to a CCP program. The student will also be required to submit a survey stating that they possess the necessary social and emotional maturity for college classes before enrolling in a CCP class. Let's discuss the options for CCP. Students can enroll in CCP courses through many different institutions around the state. All public colleges, 2-year and 4-year, participate in CCP, along with a number of private colleges. In Central Ohio, your public options include Columbus State, COTC, and Ohio State, while Ashland University, Franklin, Kenyon, and Otterbein are your private college options. Students are able to take these classes in a variety of locations. Some classes will be offered in your high school, while others will be taught on the college campus. We also have seen a large increase in the number of online courses that are available. I'm going to turn the presentation over to my colleague from Franklin University.
Good evening. This is Maureen Cooper from Franklin University. I am the Pre-College and College Credit Plus Manager. Now that you've heard about the options, let's discuss why a student may choose to participate in the CCP program. The top benefit of participating in CCP is the free college credit. As you know, college costs have increased over the years, and CCP can help a student earn credit that can meet their degree requirements. Students may enroll in the college where they intend to complete a degree, or they may choose to transfer credit between institutions. Credit transfers between all public universities in the state and may also transfer to out-of-state and private colleges as well. Another great benefit of participating in CCP is to gain experience. CCP allows students to explore college, work with faculty and staff, and take a wide range of classes. Students can start taking introductory courses in academic programs, consider possible career choices, or take classes in a variety of disciplines. This will give students the opportunity to learn the expectations of the college classroom. One benefit of CCP is the ability to complete college at a faster pace. In the years since CCP was introduced, there have been students who have actually completed a certificate program, associate, and even a bachelor's degree while still in high school. Of course, this is dependent on the student's interest and degree path. While some students may be able to graduate early, this is not the case for every college degree. Some majors, such as engineering or nursing, may have additional requirements that may take a student longer to complete. CCP can still help these students broaden their college experience. Some students may be able to complete a double major or add minors to their program. Students also may be able to take fewer classes each semester and give themselves more time for experiences such as co-ops and internships, undergraduate research, study abroad, and other ways to prepare for their future career. While there are many benefits to CCP, there are also some risks. We want to make sure you go into this program with full understanding. Poor academic performance can have negative consequences for students. The expectation is that students should be able to earn a college GPA of at least 2.0. Falling below this level can result in financial issues. CCP law states that if a student fails a class or drops after the initial drop deadline, their school can ask them to repay all costs for the course. It's important to make sure your child is ready to pass a college level class, or you may end up paying for that free class. Beyond the finances, the grades earned will be on the student's high school and college transcript. This means that poor performance will impact future admissions and scholarship opportunities. Again, this can have long-term effects. Since the classes are on the college transcript, it can cause difficulties in admissions to medical or graduate school. To make sure students don't do too much damage to their future, CCP students who do poorly may be placed on CCP probation or dismissal. Your school counselor will monitor grades and work with your students through this process. CCP classes are real college classes, no matter if they are taught at the high school or on a college campus. CCP instructors will not modify the content of a course for CCP students if they are in the class. They will be expected to meet the same requirements as all the other students taking the class. It's also possible that the instructor will presume that students have prior knowledge from high school classes. Here's an example. A student was enrolled in a college botany class before she took high school chemistry. The course assumes that the student has already taken chemistry and the student had great difficulty understanding the chemical process of photosynthesis. Even though she was smart, she ended up with a D in the class because she didn't have the high school knowledge the professor expected. Now we will hear from Claire again from the ESC of Central Ohio.
Thank you, Maureen. All right. So let's talk about what families should consider when deciding to participate in College Credit Plus. First, let's think about your child's maturity level. Remember, there may be adult content in the class. Is your child ready for those conversations? They also may be taking classes with students who are significantly older than they are. How will your child react to a study partner in their 20s? Students need to have a strong time management skills to do well in college classes. The pace of the class will be much faster. High school courses are year-long classes going over materials in 30 weeks. A college class is completed in a semester, which is 15 weeks. There is no time to procrastinate in college classes. Students need to be ready to work on the class from the very beginning. Students will be expected to do much more reading than regular high school classes and will be expected to come to class ready to discuss the readings. It's common for professors to tell students that for every hour of class, they will need to do 2 hours of work outside of the classroom. Students who take classes on a college campus will need to add time to their schedule to get to campus and to park on top of the time that they need to complete the coursework. You'll also need to pay attention to calendar differences between high school and college. This term may have different start and end dates, as well as different spring breaks, and most colleges have no calamity days for snow. How well can your student advocate for their own best interest? Parents will not have the same access to grades and homework in a college classroom, and students will need to be able to initiate contact with faculty. There are some important differences in law that will also impact students in the CCP program. The Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, also known as FERPA, is different between the K-12 and higher education systems. For the K-12 system, parents and students have equal rights to the student's educational records. That means that a parent can call a teacher and be given information about the student's performance. That changes at the college level, however. At the college level, only the student has access to the educational record, regardless of age. That means that faculty members will not discuss student performance, and it will be up to the student to reach out to the instructor to ask questions about homework or grades. Another important difference in law affects students with disabilities. As at the K-12 level, schools follow the IDEA. A family will have an IEP conference with teacher, parent, student, and counselor that are designed for student success. Colleges are governed by the American with Disabilities Act, ADA. Students can receive accommodations, and students need to initiate the process. These accommodations are designed for student access. Now you will hear from my colleague from Otterbein University.
Hi, I'm Lori Wilhelm. I'm an admission counselor at Otterbein University. Now that you've heard all about the CCP program, it's time to tell you how to participate. There are several steps that you need to take in order to participate in CCP. First, you need to demonstrate college readiness. CCP law states that you can show that you are ready for college by earning qualifying scores on several standardized tests. These tests include the ACT, SAT, AccuPlacer, and ALEX. COVID-19 created difficulty for students in accessing these tests, so the state is also allowing students to prove college readiness by having a 3.0 high school GPA. Second, you need to be admitted to the college of your choice. The admission process will be very similar to applying to college after high school, so you will need to work directly with each college to learn their admission requirements. The statewide college readiness test scores are one way to meet CCP student eligibility guidelines. You can view this chart to see if your test scores meet the standard. The state of Ohio does also allow students to qualify for CCP through test optional eligibility. Students are able to participate without meeting the standardized test score. Students need to have a 3.0 unweighted high school GPA if they want to participate without a test score. After you've been admitted to a college for CCP, you'll be able to enroll in classes. Let's discuss some of the rules for enrolling. While you can take a wide range of classes through CCP, there are a few rules on course eligibility. When you first start in the CCP program, you'll need to take Level 1 courses. These are introductory courses that apply to many college degree programs and will transfer easily between different colleges. Each college will have their list of Level 1 courses available on their website. The state has also designated some classes as not eligible for CCP funding. These include courses such as PE, study abroad, and individual lessons. If you choose to take one of these classes, your family will be responsible for all costs. Now I'm going to turn the presentation over to my colleague from Ohio State University.
Hello, my name is Kelly Reeveling Cobb, and I'm from the Ohio State University College Credit Plus program. While CCP is free for your family, there are some limits. So you can earn up to 30 college credits, I should say, in an academic year between summer, fall, and spring terms. You'll also be limited to a maximum of 120 college credits between grades 7 and 12. Many students will take a mixture of high school and college classes. So there's a formula to determine how many college and high school classes you can take. A college class can range between 3 to 5 credit hours. A year-long high school course is worth 3 college credit hours. You'll count both types of classes in the amount of coursework you're going to take each year. So let's look at an example. So Emma, she's taking 5 high school classes. Since one high school course is worth 3 college credits for a year-long course, we'll multiply the number of classes by 3. So 5 classes times 3 credits each equals a total of 15 credit hours for the high school classes that she's taking. Emma has 30 hours available for the school year, so we'll subtract the 15 hours she's taking in high school and see that she has 15 credits available to use for college for CCP. We've given you a lot of information about the program, so let's talk about your next steps. It's very important that you work with your school to get the process started. You should set up an appointment with your high school counselor or with your counselor in general to learn about your options. You'll want to discuss how CCP classes count towards your high school graduation, and also, if you're an athlete, how it counts towards your athletic eligibility. Most importantly, you'll need to complete the CCP letter of intent by the posted deadlines. If you complete the letter of intent by April 1st, it is good for the full 2026-27 academic year. If you want to complete the letter of intent by the November 1st deadline, it will only be eligible for what would be the spring 2027 semester. We recommend that you complete this letter of intent, even if you're not sure if you're going to do CCP next year. Submitting the letter of intent keeps your options open, and it's not a commitment to participate. You'll also need to work with your college that you're interested in doing CCP with. Don't forget to apply for admission for their CCP program by the deadline that they state. Each college will have information on their website on how to apply, what information you'll need to submit, and the deadline. Be sure to note all deadlines and what needs to be turned in. So because these will tend to be very strict at the college level, and you don't want to be late and miss out on any opportunities. You'll also need to check into the testing requirements for the college of your choice. You may need to supply an ACT or an SAT. You may need to supply an AccuPlacer test or an ALEX test. There may be limits on when you can take these tests and when you can take courses. So again, deadlines are super important so that you can be sure to note when the testing needs to be complete for your college so you can be considered for admission. Colleges will have test optional deadlines and opportunities for admission. So also be sure to check on each school's requirements regarding those. Every college also will have an orientation process and an advising process for you to follow for all students who are admitted to their CCP programs. For some colleges, this will occur in the spring for the following school year, while other colleges may schedule fall classes not until later in the summer. Be sure to keep in touch with both your high school counselor and your CCP advisor so that you know when the deadlines are and what processes are happening for each college you're interested in.
Thank you, Kelly. So we are joined tonight by several local colleges and universities who will share a brief overview of their College Credit Plus program. Our first presenter represents Ashland University.
Thank you. As you've learned from the presentation this evening, one of the great things about College Credit Plus is an opportunity to test drive college. One of the things that we're known for at Ashland University is our welcoming, close-knit atmosphere and our selection and quality of our online courses. So if you become a CCP student at Ashland University, we encourage you to take advantage of all the services and resources we have to offer. One of the great benefits is that we offer all of our CCP students a $4,000 scholarship You need to complete just one CCP class through us, and you'll automatically receive $4,000, which would be distributed $500 per semester up to 8 semesters. So that's a great benefit. Typically, when we do these sessions in the evenings in person, we have booklets. So if you care to scan that QR code, you can see a copy of that digitally. That booklet contains everything that you need to know to get started in CCP. And in the bottom right-hand corner of this slide, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our team, and we'll be glad to help you. As far as admission requirements go, there are 2 pathways to admission, traditional or test optional. With the traditional way, you'll need at least a 2.5 high school GPA and a qualifying test score. Or if your GPA is 3.0 or higher, you can be admitted test optionally. To apply, just go to our website, click on the gold apply button, and make sure when you create your account to apply that you use your personal student email. Please don't use a high school email address. They often block messages from outside parties. So while you may be able to create an account or even reach out to us via email, if your school blocks it, we won't be able to reply to you, and you'll never receive your acceptance letter with next steps. So make sure that you have your own personal account. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I do see that I missed a couple things on the slide. Our absolute last day to apply is June 15th, but we encourage you to get your application in much sooner, as our fall registration begins mid-April. So if you get it in sooner, you have a better chance of getting into all the courses you want. So I appreciate your time tonight, and thank you for listening, and on to the next college.
Thanks, Carla. As I stated earlier, I am Andrea Bennett, a CCP Regional Coordinator from Columbus State Community College. And Columbus State Community College offers many benefits to CCP students. At Columbus State, we offer over 200 degree and certificate programs, so students are sure to find a pathway that's right for them. And as a Columbus State CCP student, you have access to a college advisor and career planning resources to help you map out a path to your future career. We have student support resources available, such as tutoring and a writing center to help students achieve academic success. We offer courses in a variety of formats. We have in-person, we have blended, which is online, but there's some in-person components. We have fully online classes, and we have live online classes where students can join a virtual class meeting and receive a virtual lecture or class discussion. And that gives students multiple options to fit their learning preferences. And finishing your degree at Columbus State means that you're taking advantage of one of the lowest tuition rates in Central Ohio. So we're a great option at Columbus State, a great affordable option to help you complete your associate degree and get started on that bachelor's degree. So participating in CCP at Columbus State. Currently at Columbus State, we're transitioning to a new student management system. So my explanation of the enrollment process is not going to be as clear as it has been in the past. So bear with me on that, but I'll try to make it brief. The first step to join Columbus State's program is completing the online College Credit Plus application for the correct starting semester. So right now we have 2 CCP applications live on our website. We have one for the spring 2026 term and the summer 2026 term. So if you are at all considering taking classes in summer 2026, please complete that spring and summer 2026 CCP application. That's going to help you avoid delays in processing. Currently, our autumn 2026 application is going to start processing in April. So as we transition, we are allowing students to apply for autumn now, but that application is not going to process until April, so just keep that in mind. So if you're at all considering summer registration, please make sure you're completing that summer 2026 application. And as Carla stated, please make sure you're using a personal email address when you're completing that application, because those school email servers really do not like email from colleges. So please make sure you're using that personal email address. After you apply, you'll receive an email from us with your next steps, which will either be to submit your required forms if you're starting with us in the summer, or to complete your new student onboarding tasks in our new system. And that's if you're starting in the fall. After you submit those forms, you'll establish your eligibility. You'll need to submit either your high school transcript or your ACT or SAT scores. If you don't have one of those documents, then you will need to complete a placement test to establish your eligibility for our CCP program, unless you meet the 3.0 GPA requirement. We offer the placement test on our Columbus and Delaware campuses, so there's great opportunity there for you to access that placement test if you're in the Central Ohio area. Once your eligibility is on file, your next step is going to meet with your school counselor to complete a registration form for summer term, or if you're starting with us in the fall, to complete the CCP registration agreement. Which is going to look similar to the registration form, but it is a little bit of a different process for those students starting with us in the fall. But exciting for fall term students, you will have the ability to register yourselves for approved courses using our new system. So that will be an exciting change for Columbus State students. That's really the enrollment process in a nutshell. For more information about CCP at Columbus State, you can visit our website, cscc.edu/ccp, or you can scan this QR code and that'll take you right to our admissions page for CCP. And you can also contact your assigned Columbus State CCP advisor if you have any questions about the process. So thank you so much for having me.
Good evening again. Maureen with Franklin University. Our application step is very similar to the colleges that you just heard from. You'll apply online. We'll take a look at your transcripts. If you need a placement test, that will be the AccuPlacer, and that will be available to be taken online or at our downtown campus. The permission slip and the questionnaire that you heard about in the presentation will be required. Once we determine a student is eligible, they will meet with the CCP academic advisor to determine, based on their pre-advising form and their placement test scores, which courses are appropriate for them. Just to let you know a little bit about Franklin, if you're not familiar, we are primarily an online institution, which means that students can take an entire program online. All of our student services, such as library, tutoring, etc., are all available to a student completely online for them. Students that we've worked with take, a couple of general education courses, and then we also have students that are working towards certificate, associate, and even a bachelor's degree, and they will be working with their CCP academic advisor to complete that. One benefit of attending Franklin is, if you're thinking about attending Franklin after high school graduation, is we do offer a 20% tuition discount to any students that have taken CCP courses through us. We're always willing to answer questions about Franklin CCP or just CCP in general. You can reach out to us at the ccplus@franklin.edu email. And you can also visit our website. Another feature at Franklin is we do not have hard deadlines. Some colleges or universities have hard deadlines for applications. We do have multiple starts each semester, so students are able to kind of get started when they're ready. I would suggest that students apply at least 3 weeks before a course that they're interested in starts, just to make sure that we have time to gather their transcripts, administer any placement testing if that is required. And some dates to kind of keep in mind is for our summer term that starts in May is we will begin opening registration February 23rd. So if you are interested in summer term, I would suggest, that you can go ahead and start applying for that. And then for fall, we typically open our registration in mid-June. So that just kind of gives you an idea if you're thinking about fall courses. And I will go ahead and turn it over to our next institution.
Hi, my name's Stephanie Elliott, and I'm with the Ohio State University Academy program, which is Ohio State's College Credit Plus program. Academy students can take classes either on campus or online, depending on what works best for them and how the courses are offered at the university. We do offer a wide range of courses to students, and students will work with advisors to look at classes that can help them complete high school graduation requirements while also completing general education requirements or even courses that can start you on your degree path. One unique opportunity that Ohio State offers is the Public Service Scholars High School Internship Program, which combines classroom learning with hands-on experience in public service. This is just one of many hands-on experiences that students at The Ohio State University can take part in, including research and other experiences like that. Admission to the Columbus campus at Ohio State University is highly selective. We're going to be looking at academic performance, high school and prior CCP course selections, and then additional factors like your readiness for college level work. For students who are looking for a more open enrollment, then the regional campuses are a wonderful option for students who want to start at The Ohio State University, but in a more accessible way. Deadlines for Ohio State University are important. So we do have deadlines for each term's applications. Our summer application will close on February 1st, and that application is open at this time. Our applications for fall will be opening January 2nd, and they will close May 1st. And then our applications to start in spring term will close on October 15th. For students who are interested in attending the Ohio State University Academy program, please visit our website at academy-ccp.osu.edu. There is all sorts of information there, including contact information for representatives on all the campuses and step-by-step guidance on applying and preparing to take classes at The Ohio State University. I am now going to turn it over to my colleague from Otterbein.
Hi again, it's Lori. I'm in the admission office at Otterbein, so I would be the person you would work with going through the admission process. First of all, a little bit about why Otterbein might be a good option for you. We do offer CCP opportunities for area students who are looking to earn college credit through in-person classes at our campus in Westerville. So students would go through a comprehensive orientation, you would have one-on-one counseling with our academic advisors, and then you would be able to enjoy many of the same opportunities on campus that our traditional undergraduate students do. Otterbein would be a great fit for students who are looking for an easy to navigate campus, small classes, and individual attention as you begin your college experience. Students who are interested in applying for Otterbein CCP classes, it's a pretty simple process. As everyone else has said earlier, it's all online. Basically 4 steps to our application. You want to go to the website, complete a quick online application with essay. Then you would want to include your permission slip. You would need to contact your high school counselor to have them complete the high school information form, which is basically a recommendation form. And then they would need to also submit your transcripts. We encourage students to complete your application this spring, even if you're just considering it. It's not a binding application by any means, but it will make sure that the application is there and done just in case you do decide to take classes in the fall, because our application deadline is June 1st for the fall. If you have any questions, again, you can visit our website. You're also welcome to reach out to me personally. My number's there on the slide, and just let us know how we can help answer any questions you might have about being a Cardinal with us through CCP.
Thank you, Lori.
Mhm.
A big thank you to our college and university representatives for sharing their time and additional information with us. If you have specific questions about College Credit Plus, your school counselor is your best resources, and you can find additional details on the CCP website linked in the chat. To offer you a student perspective on College Credit Plus, we've invited several school districts to share testimonials from their students about their experiences. We will now share these with you. First, we have 4 Columbus City school students who will share about their CCP experiences. Starting us off are Yasmin from Fort Hays Arts and Academic High School and Thana from Columbus Alternative High School.
Hello, my name is Yasmin, and I'm a student from Fort Hays Arts and Academic High School, and we both do CCP at Ohio State. And what I've enjoyed most about my time doing CCP is definitely just like the freedom to explore and the freedom to like pursue like a rigorous and like comprehensive education, while also like getting along with peers and like just having similar interests and like having people who have like the same motivation to get our work done and be able to like schedule studies, study plans and stuff like that.
My name is Thana, and I think the thing I enjoy most about the CCP program would probably be being able to be productive and also like enjoying new scenarios, finding your group of people, finding your friends, and just being able to get ahead of the game when you can.
Next, we'll hear from Arthur and Oliver, both from Whetstone High School.
For me, College Credit Plus has been a great opportunity to push myself out of my comfort zone and learn some useful time management skills.
For me, CCP has allowed me to balance my personal life with a lot of work during school. And this year I'll be taking 30 college credit hours total, and I've been able to balance that with sports in my personal life, and it's allowed me to grow both personally and professionally.
Sanaya, an 11th grade student at Centennial High School, shared, "Not only has this opportunity challenged me academically, it has enhanced my personal growth. Specifically, my English 1100 composition course has further developed my writing and analytical skills, allowing me to express complex ideas with clarity and precision." We have Addison, a senior at Gahanna Lincoln High School, who said, "CCP let me challenge myself while also figuring out what I'm genuinely interested in." Also from Gahanna Lincoln High School, Addison said, "CCP let me challenge myself while also, Dominic, also from Gahanna Lincoln, said, "I chose CCP because I wanted to explore different college and career options and earn transferable credits that will put me ahead toward my degree." Representing Fort Hays Arts and Academic High School, Daryl noted that College Credit Plus has taught me that challenging tasks can become manageable if I keep putting in the effort. Harun noted, who is a senior at New Albany High School, reflected overall, it was definitely a less structured educational environment than the typical high school class and required much more individual initiative for taking charge of your learning. However, I felt like the college format respected my time much more and allowed me to build my schedule the way I wanted it. Thank you again to all of our school partners and students for sharing these valuable insights for tonight's presentation. So as we conclude our time together, we want to thank you for joining us tonight. If you have general questions, please stay on the Zoom call and our panelists will be happy to help address those before signing off for the night. We would appreciate your feedback using the link or QR code provided on this slide and in the chat. Please take a couple of minutes to give us some feedback on today's session. Your feedback helps us know what is useful to you and learn how we can improve future sessions. Finally, your child's middle or high school will communicate individual processes and additional opportunities to learn more about CCP in the near future. We hope your student takes advantage of CCP courses to expand their future opportunities. Thank you for listening to this CCP presentation, and have a good evening.